Hey, how you doing? This is Bricktopia. We're here with.
This is Jake.
You good?
This is James, Noble Jim Jam. That's how. Yeah, Noble Jim Jam. How you doing, man?
You're all good, man. So what did you place today?
I placed 10th place at the Peoria Regions.
Okay.
Playing Saito, the
Yep.
big bad, the big dog himself. This
I
guy
see it. I
is
see it.
a beast. I've been playing this deck since its release, and at first, I've gotten interviewed before when I made 5th place with the deck in Orlando.
Yep.
But I had no idea the deck was meta somewhat, and I didn't know.
Okay.
And I had just been practicing with it ever since, so I just kind of kept grinding, kind of learning the plays.
Okay.
I didn't play it in Norfolk last time. I wanted to just change it up. I went with Jeju Island, and I love the deck, but it wasn't really the right fit,
Yeah.
So this deck right here has been the one that, I literally call it, it's like a weird, it's kind of cringe, but
Yeah.
call it Devil's Blade, because it's just it's just vicious,
Yeah.
But it's a cool deck, and honestly, it does,
Okay.
it's done its job.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into the deck profile.
Yeah, sure. So, start off with the 0 drop. So we've got the 4 copies of Pension. So this card says when played, you can put a purple card. Well, look at the top 2, and you may put a purple card from the top 2 to the sideline, right? So this honestly lets you kind of have this interesting scry effect where you look at the top, and you can just go ahead and manipulate it from there. Generally speaking, I like to keep the 2 on top, or I can reshift it because you can put it in any order.
Yeah.
If I want to set up for a purple trigger early game, I'll go ahead and put say a 0 drop that comes out, right?
Yeah.
I'll do that, and if they swing early against me and I get the purple, the color trigger, then I just put it on the board and I can kind of compete against their tempo.
Okay.
0 drop, Hajime Saito, Baby Saito, pretty explanatory.
Yeah.
Then actually, technically, the 2 drop is a fake one, and it is this guy right here, one of the first alts I have. I've been trying to alt out and max rarity to deck, but yeah, fake 2 drop.
Oh yeah.
One of the best cards in the deck, right? So, it's a 2500. It allows you to technically, deal with early game aggression with his stat line. And one of the best mechanics is you can go bounce, give it plus 1500, so now it's a 4K. So in certain situations, depending on what deck you are playing against, whether it's red or they get a raid off life, you can bounce, say this was on your front line, bounce, go here, and you can still compete and put pressure on them.
Okay.
Because this deck's lines require you to really contemplate, do you want to be control or do you want to be aggro? And you can really shift that very dynamic with what its design is. Now you have the 1 drop searcher. It's self-explanatory. 4 copies. I think it's somewhere in the list, but yeah, 4 copies in the list.
Okay.
Draw trigger, pretty self-explanatory. Top 3. It does ask for a Sanosuke, so there is some decks that have been playing the 4 drop Sanosuke. I don't. I play the traditional style. Still very good. Yeah, this is a searcher. Then we play 4 copies of I play 4 copies of this card. The 2 drop generic, double energy.
Yeah, just get your energy out there.
Yeah. You want to be able to ramp. So if you go first in this deck, you want to be able to do a 0-0. Or sorry, if you go first, say this card, pass. Then you go this card and this card, or whatever you want to do, right? Because you want to get to 4. Because the general aspect of the deck is 6 is the magic number, but 4 is the consistent thing you want to do. So this has you set up. And again, this is also there we go. This is also based off of your triggers as well. So say they give you a raid and you're at 4 on turn 2, and they swing, then you hit the value of the raid card. So then you can search, start manipulating, go from there. You have the double energy Saito. This is a 3 drop. Look at that fancy art. So cool. So fancy.
Really nice.
So this is a very simple ability. Move any character from your field to the other line. So, so there's times where you just want to go aggro. Say this is in the back row, you push, you want to take a life, right? This is honestly one of the best cards because you can really manipulate what you want to play from the back row to the front, because a lot of people continue to mislead the fact that the front row can be peeled back and you need to raid on a 6 drop. The game that I only lost to, generally speaking, I peeled back a double energy satchel rated special. It was something to keep pressure and try to keep his board clear. But here's a lot of great examples. Sometimes I'll go raid, keep on the back row if I need the energy line, right? pull the body back. You know, just how the mechanic works on this. So now you have another double energy, the Kenshin. This one comes up pretty often. 3K, double energy, active trigger. Both of these are active, by the way. Pitch a card, give it plus 1,000. Quite surprising. You're going to see you might end up using this card more than you realize. So we're in a meta right now where evasion is very prevalent with Chomp from the Milwu decks, who have the Purple Chihiro deck that has, hey, you can't be blocked by 2K or less or 4K or more. This can help you out. There was a matchup at locals, for example, a few days ago, where I just put this on the front line, and you know, hey, this can come back later if I need to put it back from here.
Yep.
It's a 3K beater. A lot of people get really stressed out when this comes in, and yeah, you pitch a card, but that also is great for purple triggers or whatever you need to do, right?
Yep.
We got our final self-explanatory, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
We've got 2 copies of the Saito from the starter decks, right? The alt-arts here.
Okay.
So draw triggers. So this deck only has 6 draw triggers.
Yep.
The ratios usually get interchanged in the deck. So you do have people that play, I think it's Yami for the, what's the package? The 10 Swords package, right?
Yeah.
So this card is just a 4K body, but it comes up quite often in some rare situations. I use it for the name, but at the same time, you can just swing, freeze it for the turn if you're up ahead, and draw a card, right, when attacking. But it doesn't, you know, obviously restand on your opponent's turn, but that's fine. You sometimes want to dig a little bit deeper in rare situations, right? Other than that, it is good to set up if you need to put, if you know your opponent's going to counter you in a lot of 4K spams. So, pretty good card. Now you have this bad boy right here. The 4-drop Hajime Saito. This card is one of the most consistent cards, I think, still in the game. This card right here has almost like impact when played. Look at the top 5. Grab a Saito, Kenshin, or Sanosuke. You're never going to break with this card. I think if you do, it's just a bad day, right?
Yeah.
But this helps you stage a lot of your double energies because you're going to use one of these cards, likely maybe, or these. And you're going to push, you can grab this, you can grab your 6 drop, you can grab your 4-2. It can just help you stabilize or set you up for the rest of the game, right? 4 copies of the 4-2 Kenshin here. This one, very simple design. It's 4, so you kind of do and don't need to play 4 in this deck. 4 is just meant for the consistency, but yeah, because there's been matchups where I get gummed up, and I'll end up getting like 2 of these and get in life, and I'm like, I don't need this right now, you know?
So this would be the card you would side out of anything?
If you wanted to tech something and to like lower your ratios and testing or whatever, this is not it's a great card, but it can be gummed up in some rare situations, right? It happened, I think in the final round or one of my games where he gave me 2 back-to-back, which is great, but not what I needed at the time, you know? It's still, sometimes a draw is better than a get at times, right? But generally speaking, when played, you get to play a 3 or less Saito for free. So the combo is you play this for free. So it's technically, you're using 2 action points to still use your resources here, and you can still push a character. So one of the most like explosive turns is go, hey, I'm going to do play this, move one of these cards to the front line, and that might be like a turn 3 play. That's 3 characters against your opponent. And if they're triggers or they don't have that many efficient triggers off life, you basically stole 3 cards on turn 3, which is very good. Insane card, and it comes up just because of 4K and it comes in active, like it's insane. 4 specials, self-explanatory, great card, 10 out of 10. Put it in every deck. Now you have, there's this guy right there. Right, now you have this guy here, the main boss, 6-drop Saito.
So very self-explanatory. I love this card and hate this card at the same time. Playing against it, and it's very strong.
It makes people just say, oh god, right? Because there's been times where you can set this card up, and this card literally will say, I'm going to keep my tempo while destroying your field. There's been a few games today where I will just double Saito. And again, going back to my final round, because it's the one I remember the most. I went final, special. Oh no, round 8, that's what it was. It was a mirror match. And I went special, raid, because I was setting myself up. Because in that matchup, you want to be a little more on the defensive side against the mirror, right? Anyway, This card here is phenomenal, you know, so it does have a requisite. You can't have any affinities, which your deck does, and you can move it from the front, back row to the front lines with Snipe. Pretty explanatory. This card's been out forever now, but it still does the job.
Okay. So what would you think would be the MVP of the deck?
MVP of the deck, so honestly, there's a lot of really good cards. It's hard for me to say. This one for sure.
This one for sure.
Yeah, the double energy. It's the flexibility the card has to offer.
Yeah.
And what it really does is, again, it lets you push things to the front. Again, 3 characters to the front line by turn 3 is phenomenal. There was a turn, it was round 7, I kind of high rolled, but there was a game, I think it was, I went second, and my opponent was on no lose, so they wanted to opt to go first, right? They usually want to go first and set themselves up. I had like 2 finals in hand and 2 these guys coming up. Right? So I had 1 in hand, and then with the 0 drop, I found the second copy, so I kept it on top. So I went play a body, Saito, play a body, final, push, final, play another one, push, raid, and I went 3 swings in that 1 turn. My opponent just looked at me blankly. And, right, respect to him, as like very good player. And he took it as high as he can get. But those are explosive turns, and this card does it very well. And again, when I said earlier, just being able to pull things back and the relevancy of maybe needed for raid here or raid there. Like the flexibility is great for this card.
Was there any like weird things that happened in the deck? Was there anything that like surprised you today?
Honestly, I had some pretty good games. Surprises, I don't know. The deck's consistent and ironically inconsistent because you do need to see the names, and there were times where I was name starved, but you know, I don't think anything really weird really happened. My matchups were pretty good, but nothing out of the ordinary. I did pretty fine. Like my first game, like with round 1 Chihiro, for example. Very good back and forth. You know, I established the double raids I need to kill to knock his names off the board. And just kind of, not Chihiro, sorry, Saito, and go from there.
Okay. All right, man. Well, congratulations. And man, have a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.